So then what happened? Like after Nikhil, your friend in Springfield, had his heart problem, he had a bypass. And Nikhil's how old now?
He's same age, 53.
Yeah. So then some of you guys in Springfield went and got your calcium score done again.
Correct.
Yeah. So then what did it go to?
So the first time it was 30, second time it was 300. And then the third time I had it done just a couple of weeks ago, about a month and a half ago, and it was 600.
Within what span of time?
In 5 years, it went from 30 to 600.
Yeah. And at that point, you showed it to me, and I'm like, this is not good, dude. So then I made you do the CT scan, right? The CT
Correct.
scan. Yeah.
Which is an indication of you have some blockage. But with some blockage, you just don't know what percentage-wise you have. With this scan, they're able to see physically, like in your arteries, where your blockage is.
And I mean, from the results of that, how did it make you feel after you got the results from the CT score compared to your calcium score? Was it like what you expected? Did you think, oh, the amount of information that you got? How would you characterize that?
It goes well more into in-depth for one. I think it becomes more of a peace of mind because then you're going in details of where and what is going on.
Now that your buddy had this, Nikhil never got anything like this done.
No, he had the calcium scan done and that was it.
And basically, if he would have got this done, and even if he had the blockage, the big thing is that like he could have had a heart stent, which is a hell of a lot easier than a heart bypass. And you being his best buddy, you saw like what kind of crap did he have to go through with his heart bypass?
Oh, if you get a stent done, it's pretty much outpatient procedure. You can go in the morning, they put the stent in, and you can pretty much go home that evening.
Yeah.
It's one of those things that he had his chest cut open. This is a guy that goes to the gym 5 days a week. He eats protein. He works out. No other eating worse habit than what we all do right now. But he could have saved 6 days and to suffer. It's been since end of August when he had this procedure done.
We know he has his own business. He owns a convenience store.
Right. And he's still not going back to the store yet.
So like
he'll start in January. End of August, it's been 3 months downtime almost.
Yeah. And that's got to be like even economic loss, right? He's got to have somebody else there.
Payroll goes up, but then the attention of an owner versus an employee running your business is two different attentions.
Yeah. So give me some advice as a doc. Not everybody has me overlooking somebody like you forcing you to do shit. Give me some advice. If I need to try to inspire it, I know we're talking about maybe talking to the wives or something. What's your advice on how can we get other guys motivated to get this test done?
The wives or your spouse. Your spouse should be more actively involved. For me, I've had 3 calcium scans done. My wife knew every time I went, and she was one of the ones that kind of pushed me to go get it done.
Yeah.
Even this last, I've had my EKG, I've had my echogram, I've had a stress test. He was the one pushed me to go get it done. There was the factor of my best friend having it, had this procedure done. It does put a little fear in you when you're the same age and you talk to somebody almost on a daily basis. It does put some fear in you.
Yeah.
But that should be a good incentive to say, hey, it happened to my friend. We're same age. Then why should I not get it done? My time could come any day. We can talk to all of our guys in our community, but I think the difference would be more if your spouse gets involved a little bit to help push and get it done. Financially, we've all been blessed. So you can go out and have a dinner or you can go out for a weekend and spend $1,500.
Yeah.
But would you not rather have this in your mind? Like, okay, spend $1,500, but it's peace of mind for you to say, okay, I can go do this or I can go on a trip.
After that, did you think in your mind that you even had a minor blockage?
No, because like I said, I had my EKG done, my echocardiogram done, and a stress test done. And the cardiologist looked at me and said, "You're 100% fine. I don't even want to see you as a follow-up anymore."
So even though you have a minor blockage, is that surprising to you that this test showed something that the stress test didn't show?
Because if I would have just stopped after the stress test and for that cardiologist to say, "You're fine," I would have automatically assumed I'm 100% good to go. And I wasn't. I'm 80% good to go.
So then how has your medication changed now?
The physician, the cardiologist, this cardiologist I went to the second time around, he is a little more aggressive. So he's changed my medication around and he's preventing this calcium from being built up even more and maybe trying to break the calcium down by aggressively treating it with medication versus putting a stent in.
You ever even think that there's medicine out there that could reverse the calcium like this guy's telling us? That's news, right? That's news to
Yes.
you.
Like I said, after my first visit, and when the cardiologist told me like everything's good and you're fine, well then maybe I should be able to reduce some medication that I am taking. Then why am I taking all this medicine if everything is negative?
Yeah.
Come to find out, it's really not negative. It just wasn't detected by a stress test.
And that's what I was worried about when I saw your calcium score and you were like, hey, my stress test is normal. And I told you like about 25% of stress tests, especially in Indians, could be negative and they could still have disease, right? And even like your cholesterol medicine, right? Your first cardiologist put you on, I think, 20 milligrams or something. What did the new guy say?
Oh, double it. 40. He got me to 40 milligrams and he added 2 other medicines aggressively to treat this, which I am not having any side effects of any sort by taking 2 extra pills a day.
Your regular family doctor and your cardiologist, and they're good guys. I know them both. They're just super smart dudes. Are you surprised that not all cardiologists are even the same as far as treating Indian patients and how seriously they're seeing Indian patients?
Yes, 100%. It's just one, depending on how they're looking at the reports and everything and how aggressively they want to treat it. One may be like, okay, you're good right now, we'll just keep an eye on it. Or the other one is, okay, you're okay, but let's go ahead and start treating it and preventing more damage to be done.
Right. So do you feel like there's maybe different rules because we're Indians and we have this aggressive situation?
Genetically, all of our lifestyles are completely different.
Look at Nikhil.
He goes to 2 hours every day for 5 days a week, religiously, 5 days a week, religiously for 2 hours a day. He gets off work, goes to the gym, and then goes home. 6:30, his dinner is done.
Yeah. Would you in your wildest dreams would have thought that you would have 1 mild blockage and that dude would have bypass?
Right. He had a double bypass done.
Yeah, it's crazy. All right. Well, sounds good. What any final advice if we end up posting some of this information?
My advice now that I've gone through it is I highly recommend getting it done. It's a 10-minute process. That's all it takes. Your eyes kind of open up to say, let's move forward and get a test done that shows more in depth on where and how much your damage is. So 100%, I would have to say now that I've gone through it, I'm a believer and say, okay, we need to promote this test, get it done. We're in our 50s. If I was in my 70s or 80s, I would say, okay, no need to get it done. My day's here. But I still got 20, 30 years hopefully left.
Plus, you got some important dates still, right?
I've got 2 young kids still.
Right. It makes sense. All right, man. I appreciate it, brother.
No
Thanks
problem.
for doing this. Hopefully, it'll help a lot of people. All right. I'll see you next week.
All right.
Take care.
Problem. Take
Bye-bye.
care.